Hey everybody, and welcome to the Great Balls of Fire review. Oh shit. So, how do you want to start this?
Well, I mean,
I feel drained, honestly.
well, I mean, first of all, worst pay-per-view name ever, probably.
You
Gotta be kind of right.
NWO sold out.
Or maybe December to Dismember.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad too, but
Yeah.
and then we had the theme song, which basically just sounded like the Honky Tonk Man's theme being played over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't it the Honky Tonk Man theme song they were using? Like the
It wasn't. It sounded exactly like it, but
They probably lost the rights to that song. Probable lawsuit.
him and Jimmy Hart kept the rights to that.
Good. I
But,
like Jimmy Hart.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll run down through the card. First of all, I gotta say, there were several matches that I thought were going to happen, but then weren't on the show.
Yeah, because there were matches that were announced
Raw.
in the card originally before it started.
Raw has become really confusing. They've got several things going on that they're not doing anything with, such as R-Truth and Gold Dust.
Which I would have liked.
Which
to
I
have
actually,
seen.
I actually would have liked to have seen that too. At least there's a story behind that.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't you say there was another match you were looking for?
Finn versus the Drifter.
Yeah, Elias Sampson.
Yeah, no go there either.
No Finn Balor on a pay-per-view seems pretty dumb to me.
Odd unless he's hurt.
Yeah, unless he's not fully back.
Everything's getting confusing and weird, and it's not good. Like, at the end of every match that happened tonight, we were like, that's how they're ending it?
A bunch of weird finishes.
Yeah, like...
It kind of seems like, if I didn't know any better, Vince Russo was back. But there's not enough pool matches and not enough run-ins.
Yeah.
That's true.
There were 0 run-ins tonight, so it can't be Vince Russo.
So there was one pre-show match, and that was, kickoff show match.
Yeah.
Because it's football.
And
had...
Ryback is the pre-show guy.
yeah, true, the pre-show
Best
stopper.
trunks ever. the pre-show guy.
So we had the Cruiserweight title, which is a staple of the kickoff show. Neville against Akira Tozawa.
Right, because Austin Aries is gone.
Austin Aries is gone.
quit.
He got fired, actually.
No, he quit. He asked for his release.
The last update was that he got fired. Because apparently he had major heat backstage, and
I don't doubt
he was really pissed off about how they were cut out from the WrestleMania DVD so they didn't get royalties.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so...
Well, how'd you feel about this one as a cruiserweight match? I didn't really think
Wasn't
it was
that impressive?
great.
No. It wasn't that impressive.
I liked Titus O'Neil sweating.
Okay.
For a guy for a guy that just stood out there, he was sweating bullets like Kurt Angle type sweating.
So is Titus kind of semi-retired now? He's doing this manager thing now? Like, what is...
Who
It's
knows?
like they just don't know what to do with him, but he does stuff for the charity events, so they just keep him around? Like,
They don't know what to do with anyone, as we could tell by tonight.
Well, this is true. This is true.
And he did win Father of the Year.
Yes, by kissing his son directly on the mouth.
Good
But,
lord.
So if that's not awkward, I'm not quite sure what the definition is.
That's the only thing I remember from the
Holy
Cruiserweight
shit.
match was the Japanese guy going, ha! 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 And Titus, the story about Titus kissing his son directly on the mouth. And that was about it, so...
Pretty much, the match ended with a
dig kick.
With a low blow and a quick kick.
Which I didn't even see the kick. I looked down to eat some of the pizza.
Yeah, and it was that quick. It was over.
I looked back up, and it was the worst crotch shot on the ropes I've ever seen in my entire
Yeah, it was
life.
bad.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen crotch-wise. And that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
There's a joke in there. And then I go to bite a piece of pizza, look back up, and Matt says, the match is over. And I said, huh?
There was a lot of that tonight. The match is over. What?
Yeah.
Like,
That's the common theme.
Yeah, he literally did the low blow on the ropes, and then kicked him in the dick, and then pinned him, and that was it.
yeah.
And that's the match.
And Neville
Although
retains.
I do like the segment backstage where he's just basically like, "You need to give me a rematch. I got kicked in dick." He's like, "Go ice your balls down." He's like, "I'll work." Shit. I'll work on it.
Titus O'Neil
Shit.
is the worst manager because if I was at work, because I'm a manager at work, And if somebody was like, I just got cheated out of something, and I said, just go ice your testicles, and I may handle it, I'm probably going to be talking to
Well, I mean,
HR,
I think what we saw in the latter half of the night, every manager that works there is the worst manager in the world.
Yeah.
Somebody should be in jail.
So who's going to be? So the
We'll get to
cruiserweight
that later.
The cruiserweight division is without Austin Aries, and
It's in
based on
shambles.
what we saw tonight is basically done. There is nobody who can challenge.
Well, I mean, they haven't been using Kendrick.
No.
Swan got hurt, and they never really used him again.
Well, to be fair, they kind of ruined Swan by giving him the smiling, dancing black guy gimmick
Well,
at the start. That's the like kiss of death.
you can't handle this. You can't handle this.
And they just kept going, Rich Swan loved to have fun. Rich Swan's a fun man.
And we know that Vince McMahon hates Perkins restaurants, so TJP is not getting any title shots anytime
story.
soon.
And
It's not even a joke. It's true.
I hate Pearl.
And I
who was the guy against TJP in the finals?
Was that Grand Metallic?
Yes.
I mean, they haven't done anything with him. Like,
I haven't seen him.
they have a lot of guys that they haven't
Probably.
really done anything with, because they haven't done anything with, what's his name? Ali. They haven't done really much with him. I mean, then they have,
Mustafa Ali.
and then they have Noam Dar doing the thing with Alicia Fox. And, you know, there's
Alicia Fox.
Alicia Fox, because Vince thinks it's funny that when he says Fox, it sounds like fucks. That's why he put them together.
And he hates Perkins restaurant.
Yeah.
Sounds like Fox.
So like basically
8-year-old and a
basically
6-year-old
it's
body.
like his own little sandbox, the
Yeah.
cruiserweight division. He's like, I like that. I don't like this, and he's just like, okay, I get rid of this Austin Aries figure, and just throws it.
And then he passes like, no.
All right.
Come on, Vince. Have your cruiserweight vegetables.
So-
Moving on then.
Yeah,
Next
So
match.
the first match of the main show was Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cared. What? Two main event
I'm a
guys.
Bray Wyatt, and I'm a fuck CrossFit Jesus to see who can be the one and only Lord true Jesus Christ.
You burned down my shit.
Your friend Randy Orton burned down my shed, and I'm angry.
Does anyone know why they were fighting? Why two main event guys were fighting on this pay-per-view card?
Nobody knows.
In the opening match, with really no grudge between them,
Nope.
other than the fact that I'm a heel and I'm a face. That was about
We
it.
already discussed it. Bray Wyatt said, I can only be the one true Jesus, CrossFit Jesus.
I will be God.
I will be God.
But Bray kind of has a history of this, where like he'll go from one feud and then he'll just go out and interfere in somebody's match, and now he's feuding with him. They've done this several times.
How hard is it to properly book wrestling? This is not hard. This is
What I witnessed tonight is apparently really fucking hard.
it's pretty bad. It's getting really bad. I mean, this pay-per-view, they were supposed to. Apparently, the plan was to make this pay-per-view like the best pay-per-view of the year because of the name, and have it be like a lasting thing that people remember.
Oh, it's a lasting
Oh,
thing.
I'll never forget this.
Nah, I'm not forgetting this
I
one.
will. I mean, this is easily forgettable.
So Bray Wyatt wins with a super quick
Oh yeah, that's
Sister
right.
Abigail.
I almost forgot who won
Just
that
kind of
one.
came out of nowhere and it was over. And I'm like,
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
because he poked him in the eyes, and then Bray's like, "Oh, I poked you in the eyes, CrossFit Jesus."
I do want to say Will is the biggest trooper in this whole thing because he actually wrote down the.
I actually
I
stayed awake the whole time.
legitimately
and
stayed
watched,
awake
yeah,
and
and
watched-
watched the entire
Say
thing.
I watched like 95% of it. Yeah.
I started playing Mario Jump at one point. Run, yeah.
I
We
was
all
in
know what
that-
I did.
Yeah.
Fred slept.
I fell asleep.
I was in a very
I
serious
wish you would have fell
close
asleep with
baseball
that mask
matchup.
on. That would have been great. The warrior mask,
I'll
just
put
like
them-
sleeping on my couch.
Mask on now. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Most entertaining thing of the night right here. A
Yeah.
warrior mask I got for free from Toys R Us. Thanks for my Toys R Us reward points.
And that's not the saddest thing that has happened tonight.
No. Because we had Enzo and Big Cass in a match.
Oh God.
What was the point?
Nobody cared. Again.
It was a squash match.
Yeah. So what do they do with Enzo now?
Cruiserweight division? Is he small enough?
How
Maybe.
about a pink slip? How about a future endeavor?
No,
How about a
he should
future
manage
endeavor, please?
somebody.
Yeah, he's too good on the mic tonight.
How about they put him in a suit and have him be Kurt Angle's assistant?
Or
There you go.
I
That's
got
right, better
it.
story.
I got it.
What's he gonna do?
The Enzo brand fights the Titus brand. Some of that racial divide thrown in there.
Oh.
Am I seeing a feud? Am I seeing a potential WrestleMania main event coming up?
He's got an idea.
I'm ready for another nap.
All I gotta say is, where the hell does Cass fit into everything? Because I think he's bland as shit.
He is
Too
horrible.
many big men. They've
And that
got
was
too
the
many.
reason why they almost fired him in developmental, is because he's not good on the mic, and he's big, he's tall, he's not even really built.
And they've got too many big guys. Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman.
They might throw him together with somebody who actually has mic skills, and he's just there to be the big tag team guy.
But that's
They did that.
what
They just did. They
Well, I
just
mean, they'll
took
do it
them.
again.
But apparently that's not what Vince wants. Otherwise, he would have let their run go longer.
Well, to be fair, he did see him in that. It was that fatal 5-way way back when the
Thank you for looking at the camera.
Universal title was coming out.
Oh yeah.
And they had that 5-way when Enzo nearly died, and Cass had a pretty good showing there, and that's when Vince got a big boner for him.
you, Hulk Hogan.
That was, but to pretty much rate that match, that just sucked.
Yeah, that was like a
complete
negative 5 out of
squash.
10.
Yeah.
It's complete squash.
Well, yeah, he threw him out of the ring, threw him back in the ring, and pinned him. That was
Yeah.
it.
It sucked.
It was just kind of like, why'd you just shoot him then?
It totally killed Enzo, as far as I'm concerned. Like
He's done.
He didn't have
It
he
killed
didn't have
Enzo
any kind
and
of
his own
showing.
career.
He didn't have any kind of showing.
Good.
And it killed Cass
Yeah.
I think it did. Yeah, I think it did.
because he's about to get X-Pac heat.
Yeah.
Not even real heat, because he had real heat tonight, but he can
Yeah.
only beat up Enzo for so long.
Unless they decide to make them come back together.
It also felt like they gave not enough build up to this match. Like
No.
it felt like
Completely hot-shotted it.
yeah, they really did.
They did like the weird pack. Like there was potential there for it to make people care about it, but I don't think it ended up being nothing.
It was funny, like, I talked to some friends at work about this coming up, and there was a lot more interest for the matches that didn't happen
Yeah.
than the ones that did.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of people that were talking about the Stardust match. I know he's not called that anymore, but...
Goldust, the Goldust,
Yeah,
or Stardust. You mean Cody Rhodes?
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes is in New Japan or Ring of Honor and all. You know.
Yeah.
And New Japan Wrestling.
Which we'd probably rather be watching.
Yeah.
But so anyway, Cass wins, which brings us to the 30-minute Iron Man Tag Team Title match
Jesus Christ.
between
fuck was
Cesaro and Sheamus against Team Extreme, the Hardy Boys.
They better get this broken gimmick. 'Cause if they don't, then it's the nostalgia from the Hardys is done.
Yeah.
No, there was a lot of white trash out there. And
Well,
white
yeah.
trash Jesus, Jeff Hardy.
That's like I said during it, I never thought I'd be this bored watching a Hardy's match. Like,
Yeah, that was pretty.
It was bad.
nobody cared. And then there was the one pinfall that the Hardys got, but they didn't count it.
Which was
And,
fantastic.
they're calling out the ref. Ref sucks. Ref sucks. And
Listen-
then, like,
listen.
somewhere along the line, Cesaro was the legal man, although I didn't really think he was.
There was a lot of times where I don't think the actual legal guy got the pin.
Listen how
Yeah.
broken we all sound. Listen
Yeah.
to this. I'm serious. Listen how broken we all sound. Like this is.
And we get to do this again in a month.
Yeah, SummerSlam.
Super Slam.
Super Slam.
Summerfest.
Super
And this was not like a case of it
Super
being
SummerSlam.
an 8-hour event like WrestleMania.
No, I mean,
It still felt like it to me, though.
I took a nap.
Jesus.
I was
I should
actually
have done that, too.
I was actually kind of excited for this.
Yeah,
I mean, I was excited as much as you could be for something called Great Balls of Fire.
understand it's a 30-minute match,
Great
and
testicles on heat.
you're gonna need to use some
Eat
rest
balls.
holds, but they were using rest holds a minute in to a 30-minute Iron Man match.
Psychology. Yeah, the psychology wasn't there.
It made no sense. Like, I like the early pin, the surprise pin at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then I was like, okay, well maybe that will be the only pin until closer to the end of the match. But then they started trading pins a little bit,
Which-
and I'm like,
Which I don't like that when they do
Yeah.
do those Iron Man matches, because it cheapens everything.
yeah, it does, it does.
I like Matt's little shuffle in the first bit.
Oh yeah,
Because the one guy slid out and he's just like... and then they pin him.
And I'm sorry, but Matt Hardy, unless you go broken, you're done.
yeah.
You
Yeah, he has some of the
Oh, I just
slowest
said.
punches in wrestling.
Yeah, they got to go broken, otherwise, just they're going to be like the Dudley Boys. When the Dudley Boys came back, they're basically
Just
yeah.
like good for like a couple matches and then just
Yep.
Yeah.
All I wanted to see was Vanguard 1 drop a few bombs.
Yeah, that would have been great.
I don't think we're gonna see it because they keep it seems like every other week Meltzer's like they're close to getting it, and you hear people saying they're close to getting it, and then
well, the only thing I can say is maybe at the end when he got busted open pretty good, maybe and the look on his face when they were checking in, like maybe he had a little shifty-eyed look to him. Maybe this is him going broken, and then like him and Jeff will split. But anyway, the Hardys lose by 1 pin. Although they did have that last second try where.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff Hardy basically
they had 14 seconds.
stuck his hand down the back of Cesaro's trunks and
He's just like,
pulled him
give me
into
that
a twist of
ass,
fate. And yeah, they tried to make it like suspenseful at the end, but I think at that point we all pretty much knew it was over.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't like the trading of pins in those matches.
well, that's what Iron Man matches have become. It's not like the original Iron Man.
Well,
the
Lucha
best of
does
all
it
time.
differently with their all night long matches, which are Iron Man matches.
Right.
I mean, Lucha Underground.
Yeah, they typically have 1-0 or it's a draw, but the matches are fantastic. This is horrible.
Lucha Underground, I can't stand.
And they can't stand you either.
Well, that's fine.
I can't stand
Feeling
you either.
mutual.
So then
We hate that Fred Brandon.
from there we moved on to the Raw Women's Championship with Alexa Bliss defending
Sucks.
against the Boss Sasha
Oh,
Banks.
God.
Next.
Let me tell you folks a story. I never said this on Air Force. It's so fantastical.
I would rather have.
God.
I would rather have listened to Alex Jones talk about fish people.
Which, by the way, the gay fish thing has been, well, he said gay frogs, but he's quickly jumped on the gay fish bandwagon now, and he's like, that's what I originally meant.
There's our
Matches.
side note.
Matches like these turn the frogs gay.
Yeah.
It was a
A match.
count out finish.
I think it was like the quickest match of the night, too,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
It wasn't super. It wasn't the quickest.
No,
It was one of them.
The quickest match was later on.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, Bliss
I got nothing.
retaining via count out doesn't help either one of them.
No.
No, doesn't really make any sense.
Why
get
is
it.
Sasha Banks, I thought Sasha Banks was going to turn heel and feud with Bayley. Why is that not going
Now
on?
Bailey's turning heel.
They
don't
killed
they
Bailey.
don't know what they're doing.
They took a cash cow and just completely gutted it.
It should be Nia Jax fighting Alexa Bliss and becoming the women's Raw champion and holding it for the longest reign of time. Give me the book. I'll book the women's division.
And then they'll be like, nobody can beat her, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
Awesome Kong shows up and has the WWE run she should have had to begin with.
Yeah, when she's not filming Glow.
There you go.
True. Yeah.
And when she's not pregnant.
Yeah, which was what happened.
There you go,
first time.
Vince. If you're listening, Fred will book. I'll do writing. Will and Cody can manage.
Or commentate, even though I'd probably get kicked out
But
within the first minute.
Maybe.
You
He'll
might
just-
not. Yeah. I don't-
He'll
I would love to see it. Don't get me wrong, but I think it would be like a quarter of the night. And you'd be done.
He'll just do like
Many lawsuits.
If anyone listens to Bruce Pritchard's podcast, Something to Wrestle With, he'll just do. I mean, apparently he just walks around the back and people come up to him with ideas. He's like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. They're like, you don't know what Muay Thai karate is or Muay Thai boxing? Nope, don't get it. Don't understand it. Not happening. Keeps walking.
I have a sub to go for.
Yeah.
This is America. Go fuck off.
Yeah.
So,
That sucked.
yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible.
So then we move on to a match that we've seen a million times
And I
over.
felt this is where my neck began.
Yeah.
The Miz defending
did
the
start here.
Intercontinental
Yeah.
Championship against Dean Ambrose, and he was
Yeah, you
accompanied
slept
by
right
the
through all
Miz
that.
Taraj of Curtis Axel.
I fucking hate that.
Which-
by the way.
I kind of like Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas
and Curtis Axel with him.
Yeah.
Just that name. Just I don't know.
Bo Dallas
Curtis
looked like
Axel.
$1 million
No,
bucks.
the Miz Taraj. You just put fucking.
Is that what they're calling the Miz?
Yeah.
I kind of like that name.
Fucking-
Yeah.
It's so
I
cringe.
do too.
I hate it. Ugh.
But
I mean, I hate the Miz. So.
Bo Dallas looked like $1 million.
Yeah, Bo Dallas.
Yeah,
man.
that was the best costume I've ever seen in my life.
That that made this pay-per-view go from a 1 to at least a 9.
Oh God.
Was just if I could see more Bo Dallas dressed up in whatever was left.
Yeah.
Whatever was left.
Bo Dallas wearing his Easy Rider get up. I don't know what's going on there, but no, Bo Dallas has been one of the most completely misused wrestlers I've seen in the last few years. In NXT, he was huge, and then like they brought him up and just nothing.
Because again, Vince McMahon's like, I don't understand the believe.
Yeah.
But the fans do, and they're paying money. So you know what? Just sit that back there, and you're fucking with your chains and your tight shirts and your and just count your cash. Okay.
But you can't be confused about how they messed up Bo Dallas when they messed up Bayley.
True.
All they had to do was just walk Bayley out. That was all they had to do.
Well, first of all, they brought her up too late because they should have brought her up like before they did. They should have brought her up during the draft, not 2 weeks later or whatever it was, when it was so anticlimactic at that point. But so Miz retains thanks to some interference by Maurice and Bo Dallas.
I don't recall the ending to this.
Well, I was asleep. I fell asleep during this, folks, and I woke up to Curt Angle's amazing acting in the backstage segment for our next match.
Which was Braun Strowman and Romeo Riggs.
The bog dog,
Romeo Riggs.
Romeo Riggs.
And an ambulance match.
Yeah.
Sucked for about 95%.
It sucked until the end, yeah. And even at the end, I'm still like, what does this have to fucking do with anything?
Which I called the ending.
Yeah, you did.
I called the ending.
We're just like sitting there, they're like throwing each other around, and he just goes, he's going to try to spear him, and Strowman's just going to jump right out of the way, and that's exactly what happened.
Right in there.
Reigns just goes right in, just closes the door, slaps the back of it, and that's it.
I mean, let's be honest, the action in this match didn't happen until after it was over.
Yeah, because we had Strowman going through a bunch of TVs.
Yeah.
But then,
well, there was that. That was like some of the action.
That was
before
actually in the match still.
Yeah.
But after the match had ended, Reigns comes out, tackles him.
It looks so funny seeing him drive the ambulance.
Throws him in the ambulance, rips the driver out of the ambulance.
Yeah, that poor
climbs in.
guy.
Like an old guy, too.
Yeah.
Well, that poor dude was like,
Yeah.
good day, sir. Oh, boy.
He's just
Good day,
like-
sir.
He's like, where to? Like,
What if there was like a tiny microaggression in there, though? Like, he opens the door and he thought it was Strowman. He's like, congratulations on... Roman throws him out.
so Reigns drives into the back. Then we get this moment where he's
in
like...
a very comical manner.
Yeah, in a very comical manner. Then we get this segment where the camera's like looking
still sleeping, by the
in
way,
the rear view mirror at him as he's contemplating life.
Yeah.
And then he throws it in reverse.
Right into one of the conveniently placed 18-wheelers that's
Yeah.
in the parking garage.
So that was about a half a mile away. Did anybody else notice how long it took him to drive that thing?
So what they're starting, and you can tell they're planting the seeds because the look on Angle's face is Stephanie McMahon's coming back. Because the argument's going to be, well, look what happened on Kurt Angle's watch. That's why his face, when he was sweating and like
Profusely sweating.
looking around like...
Well, they'll say he has no control over the...
Which makes sense with the Corey Graves texts, which I'm only assuming are dick pics.
Probably.
So what's going on? Are they going to be doing a storyline with Bayley and Corey Graves, apparently, where they're...
There was talk of that.
Oh, my God.
There was talk of that, yeah.
About how she has never kissed a boy.
Yeah.
Because if you want to bury somebody else, or somebody even more...
You know, you see a turtle at the zoo and you feel for it.
They're just at the glass, folks. It gills. And
So my award of the night for safety monitor goes to Jamie Noble, who ran out with a crowbar, screaming Braun's name, trying to rescue him from
Brown, come on, Brown, come on, Brown.
Poor Jamie Noble.
Then they get the fire
So
department
much
in.
talent.
Yeah.
No, wait.
You got
wait.
something else?
Even
Okay.
before that, this is fire department's like
Oh yeah, because we
far back.
we have this
when I wake up.
impromptu match too.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, even before that.
Yeah.
So here comes a referee to come help Jamie Noble with the crowbar.
Oh yeah.
And the referee's like,
They're both like putting their
pushing
weight
it.
into it. Nothing's going
So
on.
then they cut away super quick, and all of a sudden, Curt Hawkins is coming down to the ring.
Yeah, they get in. They're just like.
That's when I woke up and I saw Heath Slater and Curt
And like Curt
Hawkins.
Hawkins is still putting his boots on in the ring. Like he didn't even have all his
Yeah,
gear
like,
on by
running
the
down,
time he
like,
got in the ring.
in the pants and shit.
what's the funniest thing is that I spaced out for like 10 seconds, and I hear Will go, there's Curt Hawkins, and I'm
For
like,
some reason.
and I'm not even paying attention. I look up, I go, what the fuck's Curt Hawkins doing here? And Will's like,
And
I
they-
don't know.
They were thinking the exact same thing.
Then during that time, we hear the crowbar drop, and they're trying to open up the door. So that obviously did not work.
The whole time Vince is in the back just great balls of fire.
Dancing with his arms and chain.
That's all he can do is just like
The whole time. That card is great.
He'll probably pull both of his quads again.
I can't wait till next year.
And he'll take mass amounts of Brazilian steroids. Like, beat him
Then
back on his feet
Slater
2 months.
comes out because he's got kids.
Yeah, he's got kids. He needs the money.
And he clearly has no idea what's going on.
Well, yeah, they look at the ref like, can you give us anything?
Like,
and he's just like, go. And the ref's just like, ding, go. They're like,
So they start working. I mean, what do they got to do?
They're working, but then the camera cuts back to the backstage.
After about 30 seconds
Because
of
the
it.
fire department shows up, and like they're trying to get him out, and you hear the bells, and we're like, well, it ended.
And your
Nobody
winner
knows
is
who
Heath
won.
Slater.
Yeah.
And we're like, how? Like, what happened?
Yeah, what happened?
It was just so bizarre.
It's weird.
They get the door open, and out like falls Braun Strowman. Blood all over the place. He's like, get away from me. Just
Guy
like looks,
chasing him with the collar.
Yeah, that's right.
except the neck brace collar. He's like, well, if he's walking,
And he's already fallen on his neck about 7 times on the concrete. Don't think that the neck brace is going to help, Chief.
then he leans against the truck and looks back to the camera with the fakest blood all over his body, asking for steaks. And then he disappears behind a tour bus.
Yeah.
Before doing that weird shot where he goes, like,
And then you hear Jamie Noble going, we'll get him help, Curt. We'll get him help.
Kurt's just standing there like, oh, I lost my job.
Sweat is just beating on his forehead where you could like dry it off with a rag and then like wring it out.
Yeah.
That guy sweated out a small
Like an 8-ounce
child.
glass of water.
That guy sweated out a small child.
I think we're going to be looking at Triple H versus Kurt Angle at a SummerSlam or WrestleMania.
Possibly.
That'd be
I think.
kind of.
Yeah.
I think that's where it's heading. I agree with that.
Well, they wouldn't bring Kurt Angle back just to put him in a suit.
No, he's going to be wrestling
No,
that
he
eventually.
He wanted to come, but I think they wanted to see his conditioning before they would put
Yeah.
him in the ring.
Well, he's hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
That man, if he has one talent, he can sweat. And I mean,
His massive frame.
Is he kissing his son on the mouth?
that guy has got to have. That guy has got to have the highest resting heart rate out of anybody
Oh
in
my
the
God,
entire
I swear.
world.
It's like
Yeah.
it's going to explode at any moment.
Because he sweats as soon as he like wakes up. He's probably starting to sweat.
He's
he's
just
so
sitting,
intense.
he's just sitting in a chair, like running a marathon for his heart. Like his heart's just like.
It's like one of the 3 I's: intensity, intelligence, and I think it was another one. I can't remember it right now.
Perspiration.
And a lot of abusing Percocet will probably do that.
Oh well,
too.
yeah.
Well, when you're
that's true.
popping
Ding, ding.
165, I think what was it, 165 Vicodin in a day is what he was doing.
Jesus, probably about right. So then we cut back to Booker T staring off into space while Corey Graves and Michael Cole try to make sense of what the hell just happened.
Yeah.
And
He's just like they're talking to the camera, he's just like.
Was it like the Alex Jones, what do you call it, waifus stare? Like he's like, just
Oh, that was the one where he's like, he's mad. It's like the camera zooms and he's just like.
no, the waifus is the one where he's like, think about that, and he stares down at the paper,
Oh.
and then he comes back, he's like,
That's true.
But to be fair, Booker T was an all-star tonight.
Yes, he was.
Oh my god,
So-
some of his commentary. fantastic.
Oh.
I learned about the steel industry and
the tag team working like a tag team to get that tag team pin so that they can win the tag team
so you know they're working like a tag team because they're a tag team.
And how Von Erichs wrestled at 10,000 Industrial Drive, which there's no address in the world that's 10,000. That'd be a really long drive.
His neighbor is also a nice man, but he won't help you win champions.
That was the other great one.
He was on fire.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him. I'll give it to the show.
And there was
no
like a
way.
part. There's parts toward the end where he just starts talking, and the other two just keep cutting him off because they're just like he's got nothing to say. Just fucking
He's
cut him
not
off.
making any sense anymore.
There's no way they allow Atunga into that spot. You just got to keep Booker T there.
You do.
It's
I think
perfect.
Atunga's kicked off to the
Good.
the kickoff show.
Speaking of the kickoff show, we totally forgot about the creep guy in the corner with the
Oh, yeah.
massively toned
jawline
jawline.
guy?
Every time it.
The guy over Atunga's shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time it panned to him, there's just this guy sitting there. He's just like, just like turns and looks at the camera, and he's got like the most cut jawline in the world.
like I've ever seen.
His freaking face was framed like 4 feet wide. It was ridiculous.
So there was.
Oh, and then there was that. I'm sorry. In the pre-show, there was that weird thing where they were talking to the what's her face, and then like the other person comes up and just starts talking to her. He's like, I'm in the middle of a thing. I can't do anything.
Dana Brooke and Emma.
Yeah.
And then it's like she's like, fine, whatever. And she leaves. Like, I gotta go. And then she just walks off. They're all like, what the hell just
We
happened?
should have known at that moment.
There's some Vince Russo booking going on, I think.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, secret partner.
But now we're
Again.
at our main event now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
Which was not bad. It just wasn't.
this was probably the best match of the whole evening.
It was what I wanted. It was what I expected.
Look at
and,
those two big dudes getting snug.
yeah. Two big beefy
Beefy
hosses
hosses
getting
getting
snug.
We're getting snug.
Vince McMahon loves his big sweaty men.
Yep, Samoa Joe and Bork Laser.
Yep.
Joe, the man from Samoa, put on a pretty good match against Vince. First of all, that side
sold
slam
for
on the table outside was pretty intense to start.
Right in the
things
beginning,
off.
the match didn't even start.
Yeah, made me believe that if they had a rematch, there's a chance they might allow Joe to win. Joe got enough offense in to make himself look credible,
Oh yeah.
which is what they want.
Yeah.
Universal title stays on Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar defends. I pray not against Roman Reigns at SummerSlam.
Jesus.
So I don't see
You
why.
better start now.
Yeah.
Why would they put Reigns into a title spot because he tried to kill a man? Like I understand it's wrestling and he's not getting arrested for attempted vehicular manslaughter, but
He should.
he lost that match still at the same time. So like I don't know where
He
the
should be in
title
jail.
picture goes.
Meltzer is
Should be in
reporting
jail.
that they're moving up the plan because the plans for WrestleMania were Reigns.
Another
Lesnar.
coronation.
Right.
His third one.
Yep.
Or
No,
his
it's fourth.
Yeah, his fourth coronation. If at first you don't succeed, you try 3 more times.
It's the definition of insanity.
Maybe after tonight they're getting the hint and they're gonna.
I mean,
Turn 'em in.
We were talking.
I mean,
I think you were either still sleeping.
Yeah, I slept, folks. I slept
Um,
through the vast majority of the end.
Yeah.
We've pretty much agreed that Roman's not a face anymore.
he can't
No.
be. You can't
Because
be.
He should have never have been.
Because when
Yeah.
you try to murder a guy, you're gonna at least be a tweener.
Yeah.
You gotta at least.
You're a tweener.
Yeah.
You gotta at least be a tweener.
When you lose the match and get so angry that you assault an ambulance driver and then attempt to kill a man, your face card kind of just evaporates, I think.
That is the definition of heel turn.
Yeah,
what-
I think so.
Are they making him like? But maybe they're trying to do like the whole anti-hero thing. Like, look, he's so badass.
He's not
and
CM Punk.
And people are like, yeah, but
He doesn't have the charisma for that.
no, he's got to be just bland, boring.
But then again, my question is, can you be
Corporate
a
champ.
heel but also drive at 10 and 2?
Yeah, he
With his seatbelt on. I'm pretty
Yeah, he
sure
had a
that
seatbelt on. He
looked
was
as
driving
though
10 and 2.
he had never driven anything before in his entire life.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't.
he got in there, got back out, did his 10-point check around the car, got
Yeah.
back in, put his seatbelt
That's not
on.
very heel.
I mean, there's a lot of things that could go on his rap sheet here because I'm pretty sure Cody had brought this up. I don't believe that he has a CDL.
No.
No.
So
That's true. That is actually very heel.
yes,
That's true.
That-
but
that-
the way he drove and used safety for himself, that's pretty
He
face
may
still.
have had a CDL.
It's
Maybe.
true.
he did.
I think we need to ask some actual experts about that.
You never know what kind of training he did before the event. He might have got his CDL license.
He could have, I guess, but
I
he
mean,
had planned it all along.
there are professional
And that was
actors that do
premeditated.
things for movies.
That was premeditated, so that would make it first degree attempted vehicular manslaughter.
It's just like he gets called to Vince's office. He's like, "What's this about a CDL license?" He's like, "Don't worry about it. Can you just fund it?" He's like, "Anything for you, beefcake."
You're not gonna try to kill him, Ed, are you?
No.
That's funny, pal.
Hey, pal.
He's like watching it. He's like, "That son of a bitch! I knew he needed that for something."
He bamboozled me on Great Balls of Fire.
Apparently, he sits in the back when they're on like commentary, yelling. He's like, "Watch your pronouns, pal." Watch. He's a big thing on
Jesus
pronouns. He's
Christ.
like, "Pronouns, pal. Pronouns."
Yeah, you would never make it.
Yeah.
Was it Cody?
No,
But
no, I'd have lasted half of a minute.
Your pronouns.
so the next time we will begrudgingly be joining you for this is going to be SummerSlam.
We should go around and give final thoughts.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think it's pretty.
just to rate it out of a 10, a 4.
That's safe.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with the 4 too. It's just, and that's only because of the last match.
And it got you a good nap in.
Yeah, I
That
did get a
helped.
good nap. I'm ready to continue that nap. So
Cody is hoping to use this again for to help him go to sleep later tonight. So.
Yeah, because I've been having some insomnia issues, and I think that this just might cure it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 2.5. 1 full star for Bo Dallas's get up. A half a star for the guy's rigid jawline.
I love you looking at the
And
camera.
another star for the Bork laser match.
Yeah.
So that's how I score this one.
Well,
2.5. It
Well,
sucked.
I'm going to go with 4 as well.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm going to go with 4 was the fact that even though like I said, I watched 95% of this thing, and 90% of it I couldn't figure out what the hell they were thinking.
Yeah, there was no
and the
reason
other
behind
5% I enjoyed.
Yeah.
I did enjoy Lesnar and Joe. I didn't, obviously I wanted to see Joe win, but I wasn't expecting it.
So
fine
then
with-
that would
Yeah.
be a like 2
Yeah.
out of 10.
No, but I the numbers don't lie.
Do the math, Will.
141 2/3%
No,
chance
I
of winning
did.
at sacrifice.
I did like the
Numbers
whole-
never lie. They spell doom for you, Samoa Joe.
I did enjoy the end of the Reigns Strowman segment. It felt really odd, but at the same time, it felt real in a way. And there's different ways they can go with
That's
that
what most
now.
women say.
So I'd give it a 4.
all right.
Yeah.
So what? SummerSlam is the next time we'll be joining you.
I hope that God
I'm
is
so
better than
defeated.
this.
I really am.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
tired.
I'm tired.
Like, it wasn't as long as a WrestleMania, but it felt as long as one.
Yeah,
Like,
it really did.
And SummerSlam will be a combined SmackDown and Raw will
Yeah.
probably be combined for that. So hopefully,
It'll be a
5-hour
9-hour
event.
deal.
yeah, it won't.
So I'll be bringing a
Yeah.
sleeping bag that time.
son of a bitch.
It's a 5-hour event, from what I
Yeah.
understand, 6 to 11. So.
I'll be sleeping on your floor.
Okay. Well, that's Great Balls of Fire, everybody. If you watch the show, let us know in the comments what you thought about it. I'm pretty sure you're probably going to agree with us mostly.
Oh, I'm ready for a nap. Ready to continue.
And like we said, we'll see you for SummerSlam. And until then, thank you so much for listening and watching. We'll catch you in the next one.
God willing.